Well, I don't know. I always kind of tell people that I didn't seek to become a Celtic supporter. Celtic kind of just found me. I don't know, man. It's like the stars kind of aligned and everything fell into place. And then I turn around and I've known you for 20 years, and I've known this person for 20 years, and things just kind of developed from there. And then I'm arm in arm with every one of y'all's. Never, I haven't missed a match since probably 2011, 2012. Which, whether I killed laptops or I watched it on Celtic TV,
We've all
that
done
was
that.
just kind of the business. So, but then, I grew into these friendships with Sean and you, Connor, and Seamus in Philadelphia, and Dr. J, and then across the pond, I made connections there. I was on Celtic Dreams podcast for a number of years. I had a Sunday show, and while we didn't specifically talk Celtic every podcast or whatever, I played Irish music. There was always an hour of Rebs. There was always an hour of me playing country music, because I have a good friend, old Chaz Duffy, lives in Ireland. He used to be a Bronx boy, and he and I would talk about country music, and that was everything is relatable through Celtic. I think that's the thing that I've gripped onto the most, is that everything is relatable when you apply it with Celtic.
Hmm.
Friends that you make, the connections with your ancestors, your heritage, the uh, coming from immigrants to the U.S., and that entire story of how the Irish diaspora can still connect with each other, even though there's no reason why somebody that lives in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, should be talking to a guy in Charleston and a guy in you know Pennsylvania about a football club that's in Glasgow, Scotland. Like,
Hmm.
that doesn't happen, and that's like the uninitiated. You said it earlier, Connor. The uninitiated look at you like you're crazy, but I'd be crazy if I wasn't like this. If I didn't have friends all over the world that support the teams that I love, that have the same ethos that I do, that choose to see the world the way that it is, and through the eyes of the Irish diaspora immigrants that came to this country, and keeping that connection to Ireland, to Scotland, to those people. That's what drives me, basically, more than anything else.